Welcome to the Dominic Ultimate Wrestling Show. Happy wrestling, everyone. Let's talk. Just got done watching AEW Dynamite. It's 5 minutes after. Don't know when this video will go out, but eventually. Got my AEW hoodie on, That was a really good show. Really good. Kicking off the show, we had Orange Cassidy and Jay Lethal in a very good match that's leading to a match I'm a little iffy on. Not because I don't like Jeff Jarrett, just because, I don't know. Also, they rebranded the All-Atlantic title to the International Championship, so that's cool. Then we have a Ricky Starks promo that's interrupted by Rock Hard Juice Robinson. And you know what? That is just too sweet because he's still in Bullet Club, which means probably Finn Juice is going to reunite in Bullet Club and do some stuff in AEW for Forbidden Door 2, if that is such a thing. Probably. I don't know. I'm pretty excited, though. So you had that. Then you have Ruby Soho versus Sky Blue. Ruby cuts a very good heel promo in my eyes that I really liked. And then Sky Blue and her proceed to have a very good match. It was fun. I liked it. I think Sky Blue is so good. She's awesome. Then we go from that into a Hangman Adam Page promo. And he's talking about how that match took him to a dark place that he never wants to go to again. But to be fair, I think him and Mox are going to have a dog collar match because, I just think that'd be really cool. And if they're not going to end the feud, do that. And then you can end the feud. Then we have, it's kind of rapid fire after that. Then it's, boom, FTR promo. And FTR talks about how their last moments with Jay Briscoe were ruined by the Guns, and that the way that they're going to get the Guns back is they're going to take their titles and beat the hell out of them. Very good promo, very fired up. I think FTR is trying to be tweeners right now, but that promo seemed very babyface, and the reaction they get seems pretty babyface too. I don't know. After that, we go into our next match, which is JS versus AR Fox and Top Flight. That was a very fun match. AR Fox is really good. Really, really good. I'd say he's one of the most influential wrestlers who is still in wrestling. And what I mean by that is because he started early 2010s, and a lot of people do the stuff he did then, and that he still does now. He's like an Amazing Red, where you wouldn't put him in a legend category, or the SATs. You wouldn't put those guys in legend category, but you would put them in a category where it's same with Petey Williams. You would put them in a spot all together where they can all just hang out and talk about how everyone steals their moves. Not really steals, but everyone uses their moves, because you can't really steal in wrestling, but everyone uses their moves. And how effective their wrestling when they were younger was. So it's cool to see. I've seen that imploding 450 that AR Fox hits so many times. I've seen so many different people besides him hit that. And he's just in that category with those other guys, though, where he's very influential. It's just unfortunate it took so long for him to get any kind of shine in any main TV spotlight. It's very unfortunate, very saddening. The match was solid. Top Flight is one of my favorite tag teams in AEW right now. I want them to be tag team champions soonish. Not soon. Strike while the iron's hot because they're really over, but don't push aside FTR so they can win. That's how I feel about that. So the match ends. JAS beats Top Flight. Jericho cuts a promo, says, "We're now the number one contenders for the trios titles." Lights go out. Boom! Here comes the Elite. You thought it was House of Black. No, not House of Black. And the Elite are like, "No, we should be number one contenders." And Don Callis says, he's like, "If I would have had a few more weeks of training, Jericho, you would have been the third best wrestler from Winnipeg." And I thought that was really funny. That was really, really good. So, Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, next week. House of Black, then lights go out again, because lights, boom, lights are out. This time it's the Elite. Lights are out this time. It's actually House of Black. Well, no, it's a pre-recorded thing, and Malachi Black says, "If you want the titles, come take them." Lights come back on, and then boom, there they are. They're there. They're standing. He reiterates his words. All three teams have a little stare down. Jericho says, "Next week, new champions." And I say, holy crap, if they put the belts on if they rob me of seeing House of Black with the trios titles, to give them to Jericho, or to give them back to the Elite, I will be very frustrated with AEW. I don't think they will. I think I think we're getting Kenny versus Jericho at Double or Nothing. I don't know. I'm pretty excited. I don't want to see House of Black lose the titles. That would be very frustrating. After that, we have a promo segment with Jade Cargill. She says she's beaten everyone in America in AEW. Chris Statlander, she needs to wrestle her, but she's hurt, so that won't happen yet. I don't know when she'll be back. I saw she was doing meet and greets, so maybe she comes back next week. I don't know. But so she's gonna take on whoever the best talent is that Canada has to offer next Wednesday. I'm drawing a blank. I guess it could be like Jody Threat, Nicole Matthews. Those are just a couple that come to mind. That's about it on that front. Then we go to Mox and Claudio versus the Beaver Boys. Very good match. Very, very fun. All in all, that's what I'd say about this show. Is it was fun. Claudio and Mox pick up the win. After the match, Claudio and Mox continue beating on John Silver and Alex Reynolds. And then after the fact, old big shooter Wheeler Yuta, he gets in there too. And they're all beating the crap out of him. And then Evil Uno comes out. And then everyone's beating up on Evil Uno. And then Hangman comes out. When I saw Evil Uno come out, I was like, oh yeah, they're going to be in Canada. Maybe they'll do Evil Uno and Stu Grayson versus Claudio, because sometimes, you could just have Stu Grayson appear for a one-off, and that'd be cool, because I like that tag team a lot. Very good tag team. Very good tag team. Like it. That's maybe what'll happen. I don't know. We gotta wait and see on that one. Hangman then comes out with his music, because I know people were scared about that for some reason, because music is that important. And Hangman comes out. He then gets jumped by all of Blackpool Combat Club. After this, we see... Well, before this, because there's one thing I forgot before this, we see a promo from MJF talking about his bar mitzvah. So, because it's his birthday next week, and that'll be in Canada that happens. After this match, after all the aftermath, which is like the beatdown and stuff like that, we then see we get a promo from Bryan Danielson after Revolution where he basically says that he can't go anymore, is like how he feels. He said he can't feel his legs. He can barely move his arm. He said he's always been lungs, heart, legs, lungs, heart is what he says. It's something along the lines of that. I might be a little off. So he says that. He says that's what he's been his whole career. And he then starts crying, and he says he thought he was doing this for his kids, but he feels like he's been selfish. And he says, I need to go home. I don't want Bryan Danielson to retire. I know it's a work, but like, don't do that. Don't be evil. Don't you take Bryan Danielson off of TV. Just give him the All-Atlantic title. Give him it. It would be so cool. He could go to Japan and defend it, and oh my god. That's for another video. I'll probably do like a fantasy booking video of stuff I'd like to see happen throughout the WrestleScape at some point in time. But damn, that would be cool. Yep, I don't want Bryan Danielson to retire. So, I'm gonna... yeah. I don't know. After this, we go into our next match, which is... Oh, no, my bad. I jumped to the main event a little too soon. We've got a promo with the Acclaimed, where Daddy Magic and Cool Hand Ange, they walk in and they're like, oh, we love rap music. And then they're like, also, you guys are sports entertainers. And the Acclaimed are like, we get more TV time than you. That was funny. That was very funny. Then we go to... Oh, and if it wasn't clear, because I don't think I mentioned it, Jay Lethal lost to Orange Cassidy. Like I said earlier, in a very good match. Now we go to our main event. Powerhouse Hobbs versus Wardlow. And we were led to believe this was just going to be a normal match, but no, it becomes a Falls Count Anywhere match. And I like the ending to a certain extent. So, I'll walk you through it. Match starts off in the parking lot. They brawl into the arena. They're trading moves. Spinebuster powerbomb, spinebuster powerbomb. It's like two big men just colliding. It's like Godzilla versus King Kong. That's a bad analogy. Let's say Godzilla versus Ghidorah. There we go. That's better. 'Cause, Hobbs and Wardlow are trading. They're trading. Wardlow carries Hobbs to the ramp, and then goes over by the commentary table. Looks for a power bomb. The camera's all shot tight and close. And who should appear but QT Marshall? And I get it, because, like, storyline, like, you know, QT and Hobbs worked out a deal with all the Ricky Starks stuff, so I guess that just comes into play still. But I feel like, in a way, it kind of robs Hobbs of his moment of being new TNT champion because of the fact he didn't get a decisive win. And that's all people are going to remember for a couple of weeks, is that it wasn't a decisive win. Like, this is a big moment for his career. But the fact that he had help from QT Marshall, and I have nothing wrong, like, no problems with QT. I actually really like him. I think he's a good promo. I think he's a solid wrestler. He's very impressive. I just feel that the moment is kind of tainted. And congratulations to the new TNT champion, Powerhouse Hobbs. Big fan. That concludes my AEW talk. Some New Japan Cup stuff, because I talked about it yesterday, is Yano lost to Mark Davis, which is a shocker. Like, Yano usually wins those kind of matches, so it was kind of weird. Evil beats Ren Narita, that wasn't a shocker. Yeah, that's about New Japan Cup. I'm trying to remember if I talked about Raw last video. I don't think I did. No, I didn't. Did I? I don't know. If I did, well then I guess this is just me doubling up. So, Rollins and Logan Paul go face to face. The Miz says, I can make that match happen because he's the host of Raw. Or, not Raw, Mania. And Logan Paul decks Seth Rollins. Then Cena and Austin Theory have a promo battle. Cena says, you don't want this. And Austin Theory is like, oh, I want the match. And they have the match. I don't know what's going to happen in that match. I'm very excited. Like, the little kid in me is like, woo, John Cena! But, yeah, I'm an adult now, so the little kid in me needs to chill out, because wrestling. I think... No, Jey Uso finally turned on Sammy. There's no real reason, because there was like that accidental spear, but other than that, they didn't have any other encounters since Elimination Chamber, so I don't like that. I think it's kind of rushed that they would do that, but I do like the way they're kind of like drawing out Kevin eventually coming to the side of Sammy. Chelsea Green and Carmella did some stuff with Asuka. I don't know what they did, because I saw a little bit of the show, but not enough. Finn Balor and Edge is definitely happening at Mania. Come on, Demon Finn versus Vampire Edge. That's what I want. So, we've got that. That's a 3-hour long show. I don't want to talk about all of it. I'll just talk. Those are the highlights for me. That's what I saw. That's what I liked. Oh, Finn and Gargano had a match that was pretty okay. Oh! After Jay turns on Sammy, the rest of the bloodline shows up besides Roman, so it's Solo, Jay, Jimmy, and they're beating up on Sammy. And this is illogical to me because it's 3 against 2. Why in the heck is it that when Cody Rhodes' music hits, these dudes are scurrying? Like, he's one guy. You have incapacitated the other guy. Like, that's not logical to me. As a fan, I know it's a booking choice, but it's a weird booking choice. I've never liked that. Even when I was like 9, I would see that. I would see like John Cena come out and like scare off 5 dudes at once, and I'd be like, what the heck? There is a numbers advantage. There's a freaking numbers advantage. And this guy is just like, nah. But Ring of Honor's tomorrow. I'll try to watch it and then get my video opinions out on it on Friday, just in time for Rampage. Then I'll watch Rampage, get it out on Saturday, watch all the indie stuff that's on Saturday. Whew, a lot of wrestling. Some New Japan stuff is sprinkled in there, maybe some Pro Wrestling Noah. And that concludes this video. Happy wrestling, everyone. Be civil. Like what you like. Get out of your comfort zone within the wrestling fandom. I'm going to start pushing people to do that. And that concludes this video. Happy wrestling.